We have a very special day to share with you all. I'm so grateful that you're here.
Hi, good morning.
So we've got a nice program of speakers this morning. We're going to kind of clip through. A lot of folks have some really great things to share with the group today. And before we get started with that, I just really wanted to reach out and just say thanks to all of the folks who won't be standing up here sharing their sentiments today. This project has come to mean so much to so many people. It's become kind of a life-changing project to get involved with, I think, in various ways. So we're really grateful that you're here. We're going to have a tremendous catered lunch, barbecue after we go through our program here. So for about an hour or so, we'll be having different speakers. And then we invite you to get up, perhaps go over and grab lunch. If you don't feel like waiting in line for that, we have 3 program sessions that'll all be running at the same time with a repeated presentation at each one. So at 3 different stations, 3 different portions of the valley will be covered. So we welcome you to just find one of those sessions if you want to, and then maybe cycle through them, grab your lunch as it seems appropriate to you. But it'll be available for the entirety of the event. It's incredibly important for me to mention that so much partnership was had in forming this event. There are so many people who put a lot of energy into organizing what's become a really beautiful event, I think, here in just about 6 weeks' time from the idea to this day. My staff at Stewardship Council, Maidu Summit Consortium has been really instrumental in the work that it took to get this together, and the staff at Stewardship Council has as well been incredibly helpful. So thank you to all of them. Thank you to the state and federal agencies who have shown support and have personnel out here today to provide resources. We have some safety folks here. We have some guided traffic parking. Thank you CCC, thank you CAL FIRE, and thank you to the other agencies such as Forest Service, our local ranger district, which is helping out today as well. I want to recognize the fact that there are so many folks here today from the tribal community, the Maidu people, who have driven from different locations to come here and descend on a place that we can all now officially call home. Tásmam Kojóm. Tásmam Kojóm is a traditional Maidu name for this valley. 2,325 acres is the property that Maidu Summit Consortium will be receiving as a result of a decision made by the Stewardship Council, a public organization that was tasked with overseeing divestment of lands from PG&E. And this was one of the projects that from the very early days, the Maidu folks had a focus on because of the spiritual significance of this site, the lack of development that you would find at this site, and the tremendous opportunity for regenerating traditional ecological knowledge and tribal practices out here in the valley. And to think that it could be owned by a nonprofit organization that has no specific associations or affiliations, but that it would be a general opportunity for all Maidu folks to come and enjoy is very rewarding to think about. Beyond that, what personally I find a lot of value in is that the process of this transaction taking place, and it was a 6-year-long transaction, was that so much partnership has been generated and stewarded along the way. So there are folks and agencies and organizations that will be tremendously helpful to us going forward in terms of being successful in our restoration efforts and the goals that we have for restoring the valley. And just the friendships that have been gained. We gain a lot of strength by knowing that there are so many folks who pour their own energies and hope and dreams into this work as well. So we'd like to thank Feather River Land Trust, a local conservation group here in Plumas County, a celebrated organization that we've come to know really well and work with, and we're going to be great partners, I think, going forward. California Department of Fish and Wildlife is another transactional partner involved with this. So Mr. Kevin Thomas will have a chance to speak to you later, but it's another opportunity for us to gain from the resources that exist in our great state, to partner with some of our technical advisors and learn along the way, and just know that what we're doing has greater meaning than even just what our own community has so desperately longed for, and we can now celebrate. I'll keep it brief. There's a great number of speakers that want to talk today, but I did want to share something that to me was very personal and important. It was, I guess, about when I was 5 or 6 and I first started coming out to Humbug Valley. We frequented the valley all the time for camping, and I just learned so much about this valley from my mom. I give so much credit to my knowledge of the valley and for the organization's collective knowledge of the valley. Beverly Ogle, you sort of raised me to love this place. And as part of that, I had a chance when I was younger to learn some Maidu language in an interesting, non-traditional way. Many of the speakers of our tribe had passed on by the time that I came along, and a linguist was the person who would share some of that language back with me when I became a teenager. And it was really important in the impressionable young 20s years in my own life that I had that opportunity to learn about some of the language, and that it was a connection that I had to this place that I had already loved. And so one of the first things I did in learning the language, I thought, well, how do I express this? You know, I'm kind of a person who's learning this on my own, and I don't really have a speech community, at least yet, to talk with. So I composed a prayer in Maidu for the valley, which I'll share with you now. Tásmam Kojóm tueika. Nisema supek ambe mincha hukinu yahamadom unina uyenkas. We have all come to awaken our thoughts of you. Nisem as beim ka enkas Tásmam Kojóm. Today we are in Tásmam Kojóm. Mincham as hoyam unidi bis ano wono. Many days before this one, you were here. Niseki tetitum aisui unidi bismakan. Many days from now, our children will live here. Nise as pi makit makan. They will know much about us. Mincha as ha'ai pi makit makan. Indeed, they will know much about you. Epinim koyori yahat bisu sanasi niseki upekambem mubekum masu niseki upekambem benem. Live well in heaven, on, our fathers and our mothers. Hail one night. I think the special quality that this valley has is a very obvious and apparent connection to old traditions that have begun to float away from the land, and this really represents an opportunity for it to begin coalescing again here on the ground. Language is a unifying force for the Maidu people, and to be able to come back out here and practice our ways, use our language in the process of doing that is a great opportunity for us all. And it means a lot to have my children out here today, and to see so many other Maidu children out here today. That'll be the next generation of folks to be able to enjoy this, and to know that they'll have an opportunity that we didn't have when we were kids. So I would like to, if it's okay, invite Mr. Franklin Mullins up. Franchi, would you like to come up and give us a prayer?